In the spring of 1945, the air was thick with tension across the European front. The war, which had stretched on for years, was finally approaching its end. Soldiers on both sides were weary, their spirits worn down by the countless battles and losses. Among them was a quiet man named Private John Miller. He was not a loud soldier, nor was he one to boast about his skills. Instead, he let his actions do the talking. Private Miller was known for his proficiency with a unique weapon, a silenced rifle. This rifle allowed him to engage enemies without drawing attention to himself or his position. In the chaos of war, stealth could mean the difference between life and death, not just for him, but for his fellow soldiers as well. As spring settled over the war-torn landscape, Miller found himself deployed in a small village in Germany. The villagers had largely fled, leaving behind empty houses and a haunting silence. Each step he took echoed in the stillness, a reminder of the weight he carried. He entered a derelict building that once served as a home, now reduced to rubble and despair. It was a stark contrast to the memories that lingered in his mind, the laughter of children, the scent of freshly baked bread. His unit was tasked with gathering intelligence on enemy troop movements in the region. Miller knew the importance of this mission. Accurate information could help save countless lives. As he settled into position with his rifle at the ready, he focused on the street outside. Time seemed to stretch as he waited, every minute fraught with potential danger. In the distance, he could hear the rumble of vehicles, a telltale sign that enemy soldiers were nearby. Miller's heart raced, but he remained calm. He had trained long and hard for moments like this. He watched as a patrol of German soldiers moved into view, unaware of the watchful eye trained upon them. With practiced precision, Miller lined up his shot. He took a deep breath, willing himself to steady his shaking hands. He knew that each shot had to count. The sound of a single bullet piercing the air was nearly swallowed by the silence, but the impact was immediate. One of the soldiers fell, and chaos erupted among the remaining troops. Miller quickly shifted his position, using the environment to his advantage. He was just one soldier among many, but he felt the weight of his duty. He could see the fear etched on the faces of the enemy soldiers as they scrambled for cover. They were just young men, much like him, caught up in a conflict far larger than any of them understood. As the situation unfolded, Miller sensed a shift within himself. The toll of war was becoming evident. Although he was tasked to take down the enemy, he couldn't shake the feeling of sadness that accompanied each shot. He wondered about the families waiting for those soldiers to return home, just as his own family awaited his safe return. The sounds of gunfire echoed in the distance, signaling that the battle was escalating. Miller's unit relied on him to continue providing support. After completing his mission, he would retreat with them, but for now, he was focused on the task at hand. Despite the chaotic environment, Miller's training kicked in. He took note of the enemy's movements, relaying information back to his comrades. His quiet demeanor became an asset. Those around him knew they could depend on him to keep calm under pressure. The goal of dismantling the enemy's operations felt closer than ever, and with each passing moment, the hope of ending the war grew stronger. As the day wore on, sunsets cast a pale glow over the decimated village. Each sunset promised a new day, a new chance at peace. But for soldiers like Miller, it also served as a reminder of the realities they faced. He might be just one soldier in a vast conflict, but he was determined to do his part, quietly and effectively.